Xbox have finally revealed the Xbox Game Pass games coming to us this March, and there are some awesome games for all of us Xbox Game Pass subscribers to really get excited about. Today, I'll be covering the 20 games coming to Xbox Game Pass this March and beyond. My name is Fletcher, this is Xbox Nation. Subscribe down below for more Xbox content every single day, and let's dive into the games coming your way. Kicking things off today, we have a returning favourite in Monster Train. If you're into roguelike deck builders, then this one is a must-play. Originally launched on PC back in 2020, it later made its way to consoles and mobile, but now it's back and on Xbox Game Pass. But this isn't just some random return, this is likely a strategic move to get us hyped for the upcoming Monster Train 2, which is set to launch later this year. So you may be wondering, what's Monster Train all about? You can imagine Slay the Spire meets Snowpiercer. You're essentially commanding an army of demons, travelling on a multi-story train to reignite the fires of hell. It's not just a simple card battler though. You have to strategize across multiple vertical backgrounds, making every decision count. And if you're feeling ultra competitive, the game even offers a real-time multiplayer mode, meaning you can prove you're the ultimate conductor of chaos. Whether you're a veteran or a first-timer, this is one hell of a ride. Next up, and launching on the 6th of March, is Lonely Outpost. If you're a fan of games like Stardew Valley but want a fresh sci-fi twist, then this one is for you. You start alone on a barren alien planet, and your mission is pretty simple: make it habitable again. That means farming, terraforming, and building a thriving colony from scratch. And yes, of course you can fish, craft, catch bugs, and even fall in love, but don't expect that all to be an easy ride. You'll be dealing with unbreathable air, inedible food, and an environment that actively resists your attempts to change it. You'll have to decide whether to grow organic or genetically modified crops, use drones to automate tasks, and balance sustainability with progress. This one looks like a perfect chill yet engaging experience, and I cannot wait to sink some hours into this gem. Coming back to Game Pass on the 11th of March, we have Enter the Gungeon. If you love roguelikes and haven't played this one yet, stop everything and get ready to download it when it arrives. This game is absolute chaos in the very best way possible. You play as one of several Gungeoneers, each with their own unique skills, diving into a gun-filled dungeon packed with enemies, secrets, and the most ridiculous weapons that you can imagine. You've got everything from a gun that shoots sharks to a lowercase r that literally fires the word bullets at all the enemies. Every single run in this game is a brand new adventure, with the dungeons shifting and evolving as you play through it. It's challenging, it's fast, and it's incredibly fun, especially in the co-op mode. If you love a good twin-stick shooter with some serious depth, then this one is an easy recommendation. Okay, now for the wildcard pick of this month, and that's none other than Mullet MadJack. I have never heard of this game before, but after looking into it, I'm officially intrigued. You can imagine an old school anime set in the year 2090. Society here has completely merged with the internet, but there's a catch. You need dopamine every 10 seconds or you die. In this neon-drenched cyber future, you will play as a moderator named Mullet MadJack, and your job here is to take down the ultra-rich AI overlords known as Rebillionaires. You do this by blasting your way through fast-paced, randomly generated stages in a mix of frantic FPS combat and arcade-style gameplay. Every kill in this game resets your 10-second life timer, so there's no time to breathe. It's just pure non-stop action. Plus, this game has a fully fledged narrative, so you can expect some ridiculous anime storytelling along with the chaos. This one is instantly shot to the top of my own personal radar, and I cannot wait to check it out when it drops later this month. Next up, we have 33 Immortals, a co-op action roguelike that brings something truly unique to the table. Developed by Thunder Lotus Games, this game is all about massive scale multiplayer action. 33 players taking on relentless waves of enemies and towering bosses all together. It's like an MMO raid, but streamlined into an accessible, fast-paced experience. If you've ever wanted to experience the exhilarating all-in battle feeling, but without the usual MMO grind, then 33 Immortals is shaping up to be that perfect fix. Originally revealed back in 2023 at the Xbox Game Showcase, this game marks Thunder Lotus's first venture into multiplayer. With its dark, cartoonish visuals, high energy battles, and unpredictable enemy encounters, 33 Immortals really is looking like a co-op masterpiece in the making. Now, if you love survival action games with a chilling atmospheric twist, then Atomfall needs to be on your radar when it launches later this March. This is actually developed by Rebellion, the same team behind Sniper Elite and Zombie Army, but this game actually takes us to the eerie British countryside in a world shaped by Cold War paranoia and folk horror. It's actually inspired by a real-life nuclear disaster back in 1957, and Atomfall drops you into a quarantine zone 5 years after this catastrophe. But survival isn't just about scavenging for resources like others in the genre. There's a psychological horror element at play here as well, with strange folk-inspired threats just lurking in the shadows. You'll be wondering what's real, what's a myth, but ultimately you'll need to uncover the truth while staying alive in a world where the dangers aren't just nuclear fallout, but something far more sinister. This is one survival game that's sure to send chills down your spine when it arrives day one onto Xbox Game Pass on the 27th of March. Management sim fans, this next one is for you. Galacticare is coming to the standard Xbox Game Pass tier on the 5th of March, bringing intergalactic hospital management to your fingertips. It's already been available on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, but this quirky sim tasks you with building, managing, and optimizing hospitals for a variety of bizarre alien species. You'll be treating all sorts of strange extraterrestrial ailments, keeping patients relatively content while making sure your business stays profitable. With a fully fleshed out story mode and an open-ended sandbox mode, Galacticare has a lot of potential, and it's shown to be shaking up the management sim genre that we've never seen before. Since the game is released, it has some overwhelmingly positive reviews over on Steam and on Xbox already, so you can expect some seriously deep and engaging mechanics to go along with that game's humour and sci-fi charm. Now, looking a bit ahead to May, we've got Revenge of the Savage Planet, a co-op exploration game with a hilarious twist. We got a look at an in-universe commercial for the Kindred catalogue that showcased an arsenal of absurd yet creative upgrades. Think goo cannons, grapple hooks, lassos, and so much more. Every tool in this game looks like it will turn the world into a dynamic playground, letting you experiment with different ways to solve puzzles and take down some bizarre creatures. Of course, co-op is at the heart of this experience like the previous entry, encouraging creative problem solving and teamwork in a world that always feels evolving. If you love quirky humour and sandbox style exploration, this is one to mark on your calendar. It arrives day one onto Xbox Game Pass on the 8th of May, so be ready for some weird and wonderful fun. Imagine being caught in a never-ending time loop where every action has weight and every second matters. That's exactly what Echo Weaver brings to the table, a visually stunning Metroidvania that's as much about puzzle solving as it is about platforming. This isn't your typical standard progression-based game. There are no upgrades here and no unlockable skills, just you and your knowledge and a mysterious world that's just waiting to be unraveled. The mantra here is pretty simple. You can already do everything, you just don't know how to yet. And that's where the beauty of Echo Weaver really shines. Every time you die, every path you explore, and every secret you uncover gradually transforms your understanding of this entire world. If you love the intricate storytelling of games like The Outer Wilds, this one is definitely worth keeping your eye on. If you love the original Moonlighter, get ready, because the sequel is taking things to an entirely new level. Moonlighter 2 The Endless Vault is set to launch sometime this year, bringing back that charming mix of shopkeeping and dungeon crawling, but with a stunning full 3D isometric revamp. Set in the quaint village of Tresna, you'll once again play as an adventurous merchant balancing two lives, running a business and raiding dangerous dungeons. This time around, the developers have made the world feel bigger, the biomes more diverse, and the combat system has been completely redefined to create a deeper, more satisfying experience. Whether you're strategizing with your sales or just fighting for survival, Moonlighter 2 promises to deliver a rewarding and addictive gameplay loop that fans of action RPGs will really love. Get ready to dive back into the vault when this hits Xbox Game Pass sometime this year, and if you want to play Moonlighter 1, it's currently on Xbox Game Pass and is well worth diving into. Have you ever dreamt of inheriting a massive, luxurious estate? Sounds great, right? Until you realise that the house has a mind of its own. Welcome to Blueprints, a first-person mystery game where your mission is to uncover a hidden 46th room in a mansion that officially only has 45 rooms. The twist here is that the entire floor plan shifts and rearranges itself every single day, meaning the layout you explore today might not exist tomorrow. It's part puzzle, part strategy, and part deck building game, as each door you open gives you the choice between 3 potential rooms. Every selection that you choose shapes the future of your estate and your ability to solve the overarching mystery. If you love games that really make you think and adapt on the fly, then mark your calendar, as this one launches on 10th of April on Xbox Series X and S and PC and will be available day one with Xbox Game Pass. Ready to test your luck in a game where the stakes are literally life or death? Well, Buckshot Roulette is a haunting high-stakes tabletop strategy game that takes Russian roulette and cranks the tension up to 11. Instead of a simple revolver, you're playing with a shotgun and a set of brutal, unpredictable mechanics that make every round a nerve-wracking gamble. It's already been a hit over on PC, but this game is finally making its way to Xbox and Game Pass later this year, bringing a fresh multiplayer mode for 2 to 4 players. That means you and your friends can now bet it all in a deadly contest of chance, using strategic items to shift the odds in your favor. So if you love tension-filled strategy games with a very dark twist, Buckshot Roulette really is a must-play. Just don't get too attached to your character, because you might not last long. In case you missed it, and a massive surprise last week, Balatro, the award-winning roguelike poker sensation, is now available on Xbox Game Pass, and if you haven't been caught in its just one more run grip as of yet, then you're in for a treat. It's already been a massive hit on console and PC, but this strategic deck-like builder blends high-stake poker with the relentless challenge of a roguelike, turning each playthrough into a pulse-pounding gamble. And as if the base game wasn't addicting enough, Balatro also lands onto Xbox Game Pass alongside the Friends of Jimbo DLC, bringing a fresh deck of theme cards inspired by some of the biggest franchises in all of gaming. Whether you're a poker pro or just love a good roguelike challenge, Balatro will keep you coming back for just one more hand. It's available on Xbox Game Pass right now. Now, imagine waking up one day and realizing you're permanently stuck in a T-pose. Life would get pretty complicated, but that's the premise of To a T, a delightfully quirky narrative adventure from the legendary creator of Katamari Damacy. Arriving on the 28th of May for the Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One consoles, it will be launching day one onto Xbox Game Pass, and this game is bursting with so much charm and originality. You play as a character called Teen, who is a teenager who, thanks to their rigid pose, turns simple tasks like eating and drinking and interacting with the world into a hilariously awkward minigame. But despite the comedy, To a T carries a heartfelt story about self-acceptance and finding one's place in the world, with a lovable dog companion by your side. With a variety of different customization options and a town full of quirky characters, this is one narrative-driven adventure that you won't want to miss this May. What happens when you take high-speed bike racing, add chaotic party game mechanics, and mix in some over-the-top obstacles? You get Ultimate Sheep Raccoon, a righteous side-scrolling racer that cranks up the mayhem to 11. The latest Xbox Game Pass trailer showed off its wild 8-player multiplayer mode, where players can race, build, and sabotage their way to victory both online and locally. In this fast-paced physics-based brawler, you and your friends will design your own tracks, littering them with ramps, hazards, and downright ridiculous traps that can either launch you ahead or send you flying into disaster. With power-ups that change the tide of the race in an instant, and levels designed to test both your skill and your creativity, Ultimate Sheep Raccoon promises to be an unforgettable party experience. Get ready to pedal, crash, and laugh your way to the finish line when it arrives on Xbox Game Pass sometime this year. Annapurna Interactive is back with yet another visually stunning indie, and Wheel World might just be the most unique indie gem yet. Set in the beautiful surreal world of Free Hub City, this semi-open world adventure casts you as a young rider, tasked with restoring the legendary ghost bikes, which are mystical couriers that once bridged the gap between the living and the dead. Wheel World, though, is more than just a racing game. It will blend fast-paced bike stunts, exploration and resource management with an emotional narrative about legacy and lost connections. As you compete in races and skill challenges against spectral riders, every victory restores the power of your ghost bike, unveiling hidden stories and secrets of the afterlife. Annapurna's signature storytelling and breathtaking art direction, this is a game that promises to be as thought-provoking as it is exhilarating. You can look forward to Wheel World as it rolls onto Xbox Game Pass sometime this summer. From the award-winning team behind Unpacking comes Tempopo, a whimsical puzzle adventure that actually brings music and nature together in a breathtaking way. You will play as Hannah, guiding charming Tempopo creatures through intricate floating Sky Alone puzzles where every move creates a musical ripple in the environment. But the music doesn't stop at puzzles. Back at home, you'll be cultivating a lush garden filled with rescued flowers, each unlocking new melodies and allowing you to compose your own songs. Drawing inspiration from vibrant 90s aesthetics, Tempopo blends stunning 3D visuals with innovative rhythm-based mechanics. If you love games that feel as good as they sound, this is one will be a must-play. You can mark your calendars as Tempopo launches onto Xbox Game Pass day one for both the Xbox Series X and S consoles and Xbox One consoles on the 17th of April. Delivery games have never looked so fun. In Tanuki Pon Summer, you will step into the paws of Pon, a carefree Tanuki working as a part-time postman in a lively, sun-drenched town. And what's a better way to deliver mail than with some BMX-style stunts? Whether it's racing through the town, hitting jumps, or pulling off tricks mid-delivery, Pon makes sure every package arrives in style. But when he's off duty, the game will shift to a heartwarming slice-of-life moment, playing baseball, sumo wrestling, cooking sushi, and forming friendships with the town's quirky residents. With a delightful mix of action-packed gameplay and community building, Tanuki Pon Summer is shaping up to be one of the coziest and most exciting sims around. You can look forward to its launch on Xbox Game Pass sometime in late 2025. If you ever thought the original Descenders was pretty intense, then Descenders Next is taking it to a whole new level. Expanding beyond just downhill biking, this sequel introduces multiple extreme sports, including snowboarding and mountain boarding, and it will be set across massive sprawling biomes packed with secrets, shortcuts, and hidden skate parks. It's launching onto Xbox Game Pass Day 1 on the 9th of April, and it's set to refine its physics and trick system, letting you pull off insane flips, barrel rolls, and grinds with razor-sharp precision. Whether you want to race solo or join up with 12-player multiplayer lobbies, every descent feels like an adrenaline-fueled challenge. With deeper customization, new race formats, and a world that just begs to be explored, Descenders Next isn't just about speed. It's about style, creativity, and pushing the limits of extreme sports. We're finally getting a new Tony Hawk game in the near future, following the incredible Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 back in 2020, and it's actually set to be released on the 11th of July, at least according to an early leak by Deal Labs. I will update you with some more details when Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 gets properly revealed later today, but so far we know that the standard edition will retail for $50, and there's also a special deluxe and collector's editions that will provide early access to a Foundry demo alongside some various extras, including a Doomslayer skin. It's also said, like many other Xbox first-party releases, that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 will be getting a 3-day early access period for anyone who wants to pay a little extra, and it will also be supporting Xbox Play Anywhere across both Xbox consoles and PC. There's currently no word yet on whether it will be included with Xbox Game Pass at launch, but to be honest, I assume that will be the case, especially as it's an Xbox-owned IP. Stay tuned for the full announcement later today, and I'll let you know about all the key details as soon as possible. Now, as is a new month of Xbox Game Pass releases, we are unfortunately losing 7 games on the 15th of March, and some of these are some pretty huge titles. Be sure to jump back in before they go, and remember to use your 20% membership discount on your purchase to keep you in your library forever. The games leaving on the 15th of March are Evil West, Lies of P, No More Heroes 3, Solar Ash, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, Yakuza 5 Remastered, and Yakuza 6 The Song of Life. Again, these are some pretty huge games leaving the library, and if you want my own personal opinion, I think it's a pretty lackluster showing for this week of what we're getting in Game Pass compared to the games that are actually leaving. You'll have to let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are of the Xbox Game Pass editions and what you think about the games leaving this month. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for even more Xbox content every single day. Whilst here, why don't you check out my most recent video on screen now, as I covered the 20 best open world games you can play on Xbox Game Pass this 2025.